Welcome to the Monday Q&A call on the speakerfocus.com platform. I am CEO Kevin T. Robertson of speakerfocus.com. I am here on this wonderful journey, closing out 2022 with the one and only Mr. Auston Troyer, who is still on holiday at the moment, but we are here with the entire team at Speaker Focus, ready to answer the tough questions about growing your speaker brands, your concerns, your deficiencies, your limitations, your obstacles that you're overcoming. We are here to help you overcome them each and every Monday on the Q&A call. This is a very, very special call right here for the Q&A because this is the last call of 2022, and this will be the final Q&A of this year, closing out a very, very difficult campaign. And so I see the fact that all of you are putting in the chat. I do see it. We're going to address each and every one of those issues. I got a couple emails going out. Haley, we're going to talk about how to overcome those obstacles in my monologue. Dr. J, I have another email going out, the 5 to 10 pictures for the action shots, the B-roll. I'm going to address that in an email tonight. Definitely all of that kind of stuff. We're going to start where you are. Don't get overwhelmed. I know that we're rounding out a lot of your speaker video demos with the footage that we shot from Showcase, and we are finalizing all of those things for you to help you out as much as possible. Dr. J, I just wanted to let you know I acknowledge your message. I see it in there. Haley, don't worry about it. We're all overwhelmed right now. I'm going to address that in my monologue. Hey, Keith Copeland, nice to see you back on the platform, brother. Lisa Allman Baldwin, Tyran Jackson. Good evening to everyone. Whether or not you are showcasing for the upcoming one on January 4th, 5th, and 6th, or whether or not you're just here to listen. If anyone wants to share, by all means, you know what the drill is. After I finish with my monologue, anybody that has any questions, we will deal with them. Auston is still on holiday with his family right now, so he is not going to be able to log in today, unfortunately. But if you have any technical questions, send a support ticket to support@speakerfocus.com. Prior to me getting on the Q&A, all support tickets were cleaned out. Maybe I owe one or two of you some responses, which I will get to between tonight and tomorrow. Now, I want to start out by saying this. This has been a very difficult year. Not only did I lose my father-in-law at the beginning of the year in January, I lost 2 of my uncles throughout this 2022 campaign. I lost my mom this year. So without a doubt, this has been a very, very taxing year on me emotionally, business-wise. It has been every kind of challenge you can imagine that has been in my path to absolutely destroy me and break me. Thank God I haven't let it happen. I've been close to a couple of breakdowns this year, just like many of you. But I wake up every day with a cause bigger than myself. So we're going to talk about the year in review, and we're going to talk about what needs to happen in 2023 in order for you to move your goals and your life and your mindset to a whole nother level. I know a lot of you are struggling with some serious shit that's on you right now, and I don't blame you. So I don't use excuses when it comes to my deficiencies, my limitations, any mistakes that I've made, and I make plenty of them every single day. You've got to move into a different mindset where whatever has been holding you back, then you got to be able to break those chains and move into 2023 with a different kind of mindset. Now, it's still not too late for you to write out your goals and create your vision board and actually focus on the things you want to bring into fruition for your 2023 campaign. So if many of you have been broken, if many of you have been struggling, you've been going through a very difficult time in 2022, don't worry about it, because we all have been there. I'm talking about torn and tattered, bruised and battered, and it's all happened to me this year. I don't know how I've been able to make it through on some of the days, I'm going to be honest with you, especially after my mom died in July. But you know what? I realized at the last speaker showcase, it wasn't perfect. And I didn't know how we were going to get through a lot of things production wise, but you know what? We pulled it off. Now we're doubling down. We're gonna make it longer, and we're gonna make it bigger. And I don't know how I'm going to get through this one, but I know I'm going to get through it. See, you all got to ramp up your level of belief in yourself and what the universe has in store for you. If you've ever believed in yourself, if you've ever believed in your vision or your dream, now is the time to double down on everything. So what me and Austin had a conversation just this past, actually on Christmas Day, yesterday. By the way, I hope all of you had a very Merry Christmas. It was joy and peace and love in your household with you and your families, no matter what part of the world you were in. So I had a conversation with Austin yesterday, and I said, you know what, bro? There's a lot of obstacles in our path right now. And I know that like everything we've ever accomplished for the last 7 years, we didn't know how we were going to accomplish 90% of it. I'm just keeping it 1,000 with you. But we always were able to do it. And I said, this test, this bigger test that we have in front of us for this next showcase and for some goals that we have to close out this year as strong as we possibly can. If we don't pass this test, we don't deserve to make it to another level. And haven't we been able to pass every single test that's been upon us thus far? And he said, yes, we have. I said, okay. I said that I'm willing to keep betting on us and taking a risk on waking up every day, doing the best you can, putting in maximum effort. Now, if that makes sense to any of you looking at this, then first of all, we have to nix, scrap, get rid of, negate any type of excuses. I am afraid too. Okay? There's nothing wrong with that. I have anxiety about next level success. I'm afraid of the unknown. I have my fear of terror, just like all of you. Haley, you talk about being unprepared or having that feeling of being unprepared. Well, that's what it's like when you're pushing limits that you've never been to before. That's what it's like when you're going somewhere that you've never been before. Of course, you're going to feel a little bit anxious. But let me share something with you, Haley, what happened at the last speaker showcase. And I'm not sure Rafa Escobar is on here, but Rafa literally had a brain freeze right there on stage, and we had a breakdown. Guess what? If you mess up, I am going to come up on stage. I will save you if I need to, like I had to do Rafa. I just mentioned one thing in his ear, and it was able to lock in his focus. And the production team paused. Remember, this is a controlled taping environment. If you mess up, we're going to stop. We're there to support you and shoot you at your best. There's a lot of speakers that put forth the best effort that they had. All you have to do is show up and let the magic happen. I would be disappointed, Haley, if you pulled the plug and not shown up at all. That's not who you are. You're a hustler. You have drive unlike a lot of young women that I have met in my entire life. I believe in you. It's time for you to start believing in yourself on a whole nother level. Guess what? I'm going to be afraid right there with you. But we're going to get through it together. See, togetherness is going to allow you to accomplish a lot. That lone wolf shit, a lot of you need to leave that on the side of the road. You don't need to incorporate that as part of your plan in 2023. Lone wolves die all by themselves. You know why they call it a wolf pack? Because when they're in a pack and they run across danger, when they're in the wilderness, you know what? They're able to fend off the attack of predators who want to do harm to them. This is a wolf pack at speakerfocus.com. We're all family. I have a brotherhood and a sisterhood with each and every one of you. I gave you my word that I wasn't going to let you down. A lot of you get down on yourself because you're like, oh, I'm letting KT on Austin down because I'm not perfect. Shake the perfectionism. I'm not perfect every day. I don't serve you at a level of perfection on this platform. We serve you at the highest level possible to our capabilities for that particular day. I have been hurting all year long. Sometimes you help save me on a Monday because I get a chance to take my mind off of everything that's going on in my world for 2+ hours every single Monday, and I'm able to heal and repair from within. Lindsay, I do see your hand up. I need to finish out my monologue, and I'll be right with you because somebody needs to hear what I'm going through right now. See, a lot of times as entrepreneurs, We feel like we're the only ones going through it by ourselves. What do you think? You're the only one that's struggling financially? I don't care how much money you make. Even when you start running a multi-million-dollar sales funnel like me and Austin, your ass is still going to be broke sometimes. You may think that it doesn't work that way when you're making a lot of money, but it does. Because I'm just struggling on another level, trying to break through to the next level, to the next level, to the next level. You're just exchanging one level of bullshit for the next. It's never going to go away. So you think you got money problems right now. You think you got cash flow problems. You think you have time management, organizational problems. You're always going to have something. The best you can do when you wake up is just keep doing better without beating yourself up. Understand that losses have an impact on you, and it's all in how you let it affect you. I see somebody else in the chat. Just give me a quick second. Okay. All right. This is Dr. Manager saying, hey, I'm so thrilled that everybody has had the opportunity to show up today on the Q&A. And what I want to say to you is that we all have things that come out of nowhere and just throw us for a loop. And we're not sure why it happens or how it happens. You gotta ramp up your level of belief. A lot of you have been having negative thoughts in your mind all year long, and you're letting it take you over. And for whatever it's worth, you got to get up and you got to fight every single day. Not fight the battle with yourself. And I know a lot of you are hard on yourself, just like I am. You also got to let that go. See, watch this. I'm talking universal law to you right now. The tighter you're holding on, the more it's going to slip away from you. You got to learn to let it go. You got to learn to let it go. If you're really holding on to money real tight, you got to let it go. See, I learn every single time that I'm holding on too tight, then the universe says, you know what? You're not in a flow state right now. You don't understand what the vortex is all about. You're not in a flow state. A flow state means you're just living organically. You're putting in the work and you're willing to deal with the consequences. You are not negative and you're not going to get down. Down and taking a loss doesn't mean you're out. It just means that right now I'm having a bad day. It's impossible to be in the vortex 24 hours a day. It's impossible to be in a flow state 24 hours a day. You have to find your way back to it. And this is something that I learned. 2022 has taught me to find my way back to I had to find my way back to a flow state a lot. Anytime you're dealing with this kind of revenue, to me and Austin you are literally fighting. Every time you make money, there's another line item to take that money away from you. So it's always a challenge to manage cash flow on a whole nother level and to manage your customer base, to serve them at the highest level possible, to keep everybody. And listen, my job is not to motivate and inspire you. I just come here and share my real thoughts with you. If you get motivated and inspired from it, great. I was inspired by one of our associates today that me and Austin are extremely close to. They were able to sell a software company for over $100 million. I was inspired by that. I mean, that's like, fuck you money. And that's a goal that me and Austin have one day. You know, we still have a lot of work to put into, but one of our colleagues that we're very close to in the tech world, he was able to achieve it. Good for him. Now he has another kind of problem because now, we $100 million. Watch this. What's your tax liability on $100 million? What's the new kind of levels and new kind of people that's just trying to figure out a way to take more of that money away from you? So it's always a struggle. I don't care what level that you're on. You can't put yourself in a position where you're going to succumb to the excuses. What you've got to do is you got to wake up every single day and you got to be as prepared as you possibly can be. And then guess what? Live with the consequences. And if the consequences means that I failed that day, then guess what? That means another lesson learned. If the consequences mean that I had to take an L that day, then guess what? I got to crawl up in a hole somewhere, lick my wounds, and I got to keep coming back. This is the type of stuff I deal with every single day. It's not some of the time that this is, watch this. If you're taking losses, if you've had the worst day in your life, if you have fear and terror like you've never had before, you are closer to the flow state than you know. This is what you're not realizing. If shit is going real smooth for you right now and all hell's not breaking loose, I guarantee you, you are not closer to the flow state. The only way you're going to get back to a flow state, which is that level of that feeling of achievement, that feeling of accomplishment, that feeling of success, is you've got to sacrifice and endure the pain of the journey and the struggle. And right now, a lot of you have been struggling like hell through 2022, not knowing that the blessings waiting for you, you can't see right now because you're too focused on what's in front of you. You got to ramp up your level of belief. You've been there, done that in 2022. It's almost over. 2022 is almost expired. And when you turn the page to write the next chapter in your life, are you ready to deal with new levels of fear? Are you ready to deal with the consequences that come along with you not doing it at all? See, this is how you got to start talking to yourself. And these are facts I'm talking to you about right now. If you don't literally have a threat that is pending in your life, a threat of loss, a threat of no money, a threat of failure, a threat of, well, what if? Well, what if the world blows up? You don't get anything. You need to stop worrying about what if. You need to start taking more action. And if you do it, I'm not promising you anything because promises are made to be broken. See, the universe really doesn't get activated based upon broken promises. The universe works with guarantees. So I guarantee you, if you correct your mindset, I guarantee you, if you put in the effort, if you put in the work, and when you hold everybody accountable that's in your circle, I'm held to higher standards of accountability every single day. Are you going to let some people down sometimes? Yes. Every relationship is going to disappoint you. I don't care who it is or how nice they are. We all fall short because we're not perfect. Stop with perfectionism, drop those tendencies, and move into a flow state. If I'm making sense to anybody, I would love to talk to you and help you get back in a flow state because it's impossible to stay there all the time. But what happens is it's very difficult to get back in it because you get down on yourself and then you don't have all the right kind of activity. So you beat yourself up. You start feeling in a sunken state instead of a flow state. And now the negativity, you are mired in that negativity and it has absorbed you. It is literally taking a lot of you up to this Q&A call right now to understand that the flow state is yours and you are something that is special. You are uniquely and specifically designed to do, excuse me, to do the work and put in that work that you're doing right now. A lot of you are waking up doing that work every single day. You know what? I see Dr. Amanda on here and I want to ask her a question before Dr. Amanda, I know you don't have your hand up, but I got a question I want to ask you because I know that you're going through the same thing I'm going through. Watch this. She has a really, really powerful brand. She doesn't get a lot of likes. I don't get a lot of likes, but the effect that her videos have is so fucking awesome that I know that she wakes up every day and she just keeps hammering out those videos, keep hammering out the videos. I'm going to ask her why she does that because a lot of you aren't doing that. She keeps dropping these videos. Sometimes I'm the only one that's clicking on her videos and liking it, but I see her activity and I see her doing it. She's in a flow state with those videos. She's in a flow state with her branding. She's in a flow state with pushing out content at scale. She's not worried about the likes. If you are, you shouldn't be worrying about it. What she's doing is she's leaving, planting the seed, and she's leaving behind content for people that do want to do business with her. See, I see her for everything that she is. And I know that she's not worried about the likes. She's not getting discouraged by how many likes. Exactly. Quality over quantity. She's consistent. It's the same thing with me. You got to stop worrying about how many people like your content when you push it out. That's not the purpose of it. The purpose of the content is to feed the machine. Now, Lindsay, I'll be right with you. And then if nobody else has a question, I'm going to just ask Dr. Amanda about that, because I guarantee you she's going to drop some jewels on you that is going to be beneficial for all of you who are down on yourselves right now. All of you who have been sending me messages, and I've heard your concerns on the Q&A. I've heard your concerns through text messages. You voiced your concerns through countless support tickets. I know that you want to ramp it up and go to another level, but how much more belief and how much more skill do you need in order to make that happen? Because I'm telling you right now, that is the differentiator right there. How much more belief do you have in yourself to transition out of that job, to work on your exit strategy? Do you realize that you're already there mentally? A lot of you don't realize it. You don't realize that you're there mentally. You don't realize that, excuse me, you don't realize that the next level is already yours. You own it. You're sitting at the table. But your belief system is so mired in the muck and mire of obscurity. You've been down for so long that you forgot how to be up. You forgot what the flow state feels like. The flow state is when, like, your first child was born at the hospital. The flow state is when you got your first big check as a consultant. The flow state is when you actually left your job and started your business, and now you can actually take care of yourself. That's in the flow state. The flow state is when you're in a healthy, profitable, emotionally profitable relationship. A flow state is when you build strategic partnerships. You belong to a community who supports you and you support them. This is the flow state. It's not just about making money. Money is the byproduct of all the hard effort that you put into. It's just a tool. Money is a bargaining and negotiation tool that will allow you to move to unimaginable heights. But we get so caught up on, I'm not making money, I'm making money. What about the level of service that you should be providing? What about just focusing on the work? See, every time you focus on the money, you're not going to get any. Every time you focus on the work, the mission, the assignment within the mission. If you focus on the vision, when you focus on the vision, when you focus on, I call it the activity of your productivity, you got to create movement. You see what my hands are doing right now? You got to create movement like you want to do a dance or something. You got to create some movement. You got to create some movement. You got to create some movement. Movement is what your business needs to do. You got to get in a flow state. And this is what allows you to develop a different mindset going into a new year where you have chief concerns. You have, I'm talking, overwhelmed with fear. You're not by yourself. Welcome to the club. I am afraid. I am overwhelmed. I have my fears. I have my concerns. I am a procrastinator. I'm a backslider. I have deficiencies, limitations. Are you happy now? Now that you've heard it from my own lips, that I have some of the same concerns as you, I'm telling you, we're all in it together. Now, if you didn't listen to what I just said, and you really don't understand that there is more to it than you can even imagine, in order for you to stay in a flow state, you must be willing. Brian Rehorn, I'll be right with you as soon as I ask this question to Dr. Amanda and as soon as I talk to Lindsay Vertner. If you want to get in a flow state, you must ramp up your level of skill and you must ramp up your level of belief, because the things that you have on your plate, you can't accomplish by yourself. This is why you hired us. A lot of you simply don't utilize support enough. So you're sitting in it by yourself. Lone wolves die. You're not reaching out for help when you need it. Because every time you reach out for help, there's not one of you, not one time will you ever ask us anything. Well, we have not responded to that support ticket. We have not responded in detail to a text message or anything that you've sent us. But a lot of you aren't utilizing the platform the way it's designed. You're simply not asking the questions because you are stuck in fear and you will not get out of your own way. You have got to deal with that fear like I have to deal with the fear and anxiety every single day I wake up. Excuse me, please. You're not alone. If you have one or two people in your life that give a shit about you, then you are extremely blessed. If you have a handful of people in your life, if you can count more than 5 family members and close friends confidants, business associates. If you can count more than 5, you're extremely blessed. Some people don't have any. They got 0. They have nobody they can turn to. They got nobody they can run to. Sometimes spending time by yourself is so beneficial because you get a chance to figure some shit out. A lot of you need to really take some time over the next couple of days before that clock strikes midnight. Even when you wake up out of your drunkenness, which I hope a lot of you don't do, but some of you are just going to get hammered. That's just the way it is. Because everybody wants to celebrate these fake holidays for whatever reason. Every day should be a celebration. If you made it through everything if you're here on this Q&A and you hear my voice, it means you made it another day. It means you made it on another Q&A. I want you to be successful, but I also want you to do the work. See, there is no reward for your speaker business to earn more revenue unless you start really putting in the effort. See, when I want to feel less anxiety, I double up my level of skill. I'm listening to more audio programs. Excuse me. I'm listening to more of that when I take a long walk, when I'm exercising. Knowing what the next level looks like, I need higher level mentorship so I can learn how to attack. I come up with a plan. I have a blueprint. How else do you think I wake up every single day and suppress the fear? See, control it. Do not let it control you. I'm not telling you that you're not going to feel it because that's a lie. That's some ego shit. That's my self-esteem, or I feel I'm lacking self-confidence. So therefore, I am hiding the fact that I'm really afraid. See, acknowledge the fear. Say to yourself, you know what? My wife comes downstairs and asks me, she said, baby, how you feel today? 2 days ago, she asked me how I felt. I said, I feel anxiety, I feel afraid, and I said, I'm overwhelmed with stress. She said, please just try to calm down. I said, I am going to push through it, but you asked me how I felt, so I'm telling you. There's no weakness in telling a person that you're having a bad day. You better tell somebody, because mental health crisis, we're in it and it's real. People are losing their lives every single day. Suicide is up. I'm talking about it at alarming rates. You don't just see it with celebrities and high profile people. You see it all the way across the board. My God, if you need help, this is why I'm here on a Monday Q&A. I gotta say, I've been an upbeat person, an optimistic my whole life, but I've had some really, really dark days. And I'm talking about the darkest days of my life. I gotta say, I've never wanted to kill myself. The closest I ever wanted to just say I quit was when I had pneumonia this year. I literally was in so much pain and I could not breathe. I wanted to either the pain to stop or I just wanted to die. I'm just being honest with you. That's how bad it hurt. And I never experienced pain like that before in my life. This is a confession. You want to hear my concerns? You want to hear the fact that I'm afraid? Yes, you're a fearless leader. Fearless leaders, that's bullshit. Because the leader's always afraid. He just pushes through it anyway. He just says, guess what? I'm going to control your ass instead of you controlling mine. Today is the day I'm going to stand up. Today is the day I'm going to have the courage. I'm going to find it somewhere within. Sometimes it's having a conversation with one of your family members. Sometimes you just need to hear one word from your best friend who believes in your sorry ass more than you believe in yourself. And that's been me a whole lot. Oh my God, sometimes I don't have the belief and I just need to go to my wife and just lay my head on her shoulder. And she just needs to tell me, baby, it's going to be okay. See, or maybe some days I'm having a horrible day in sales and I'm like, Austin, I'm sorry I let you down. He says, bro, you're the best I've ever seen at this shit. You're just having a hard day. Boom. Immediately, I get a shift. See, I get a shift to know someone else believes in me. And I'm holding on to those words because I feel like a piece of shit at the moment. and I'm incapable of getting myself over the hump. This is why you need a team. And if you don't have the right people on your team, as I'm closing out my monologue, and Lindsay, I'll be right with you. Then I'm going to get to Dr. Amanda to ask her a question, and Brian Rehorn, I'll be right with you. Anybody else to ask questions, if you want to talk about fear and you want to talk about what's holding you back in your speaker business, you want to talk to me about all the shit that you haven't been doing this year, fine, let's talk about it. Because I don't want it holding you back in the beginning of the year. We have a different assignment in 2023. Yes, it's still going to be difficult, but we're going to get through it together. If you're understanding what I'm saying, I want you to talk to me because I actually care about you. I actually give a damn about whether or not you learn the speaker business or not, because I have a mission and I have an assignment to help you with your assignment. And I'm just part of your elaborate plan that you have. And I feel very fortunate to be a part of it. And I'm going to do everything in my power not to let you down and get you everything you need so you can continue to move forward. I am not here to hold you back. Now, sometimes we all go a little bit slow, but the bottom line is you got to have people on your team that deliver. And the reason why you trust us is because we deliver. And I will not let you down on that. That is a guarantee. That is not a promise. Now, Lindsay, talk to me.
Good evening. So I had some questions for the signature programs. I'll go with the easy ones first. So the first one I wanted to double check. Were you adjusting the main headline title? Was that right? For leadership pillars that catapult results from what it originally was?
Yes, the reason why I adjusted it, Lindsay. Sorry, just give me a second.
You're fine.
The reason why I adjusted it was because I just wanted to make it flow a little better. All right. Okay. That's the reason why I adjusted it. Now remember, I'm just giving you a baseline to go off of. And I am just making a respectful suggestion. At the end of the day, I work for you. I'm here to support you in any way I can. What I'm really, really skilled at, and I've helped all of you with this. Remember, Lindsay, 10 to 30% of people I talk to every single day I'm sorry, 90% of the people I talk to every day, the best subject matter experts in the world, like all of you, 90% of them I talk to with 10 to 30 plus years worth of professional experience. And it runs the full gamut from all industries. We have them all on our platform. I'm dealing with them now. I've dealt with them and I deal with them every single day. 90% of them are horrible copywriters. I know how to look at your brain and see what it's supposed to be doing. And that's all I did when I sent you back over. I believe I changed one word and I gave you a suggestion of it because I felt like that word was going to be more effective to connect with the meeting plan. I'm not always right, but I'm in the high 90 percentile range of building messaging that connects with the person that controls the budget. And that's why I made that recommendation to you. How did it feel, by the way, versus the other one that you had? Did it feel better than the other ones that you had, or do you like the other ones?
Oh, no, it was fine. That's why I just wanted to double check that that's what that was.
Yeah, that's what it was. I did some research on it as well. I played around with the words and I switched them around. I looked at it for about 15 minutes and I really gave it some deep thought. And then I did some research online. I researched a couple things. I said, okay, how does that word sequence feel? What does that word combination feel like? What does that feel like? And then it just hit me and I said, you know what? I'm just going to recommend this to her and I'm going to see if this word just sounds better. And that's why I did it. That's why I changed it.
Okay. No, that's fine. That's good.
Okay. All right. No problem. Did you have another question or concern?
Yes. So in following the template, so I changed some things. You haven't seen it yet because I just did it today, but I changed it so that all I have to do is go back and fill in just like how the template was. Mm-hmm. So am I supposed to just copy the bullets from where they're broken out in full? Do I copy those bullets at the top and the bottom, or do I have brand new bullets for both sections?
Yes. Okay. So this is a typical mistake that a lot of students make. There is a reason why what I did was whenever a student doesn't send the template in the right way and they're missing information, what I do is I just take out all the stuff and I just give you a basic skeleton. And remember, this is the way the template is supposed to go. And this is going to translate over to your speaker info kit. So the first thing is to create the bullets for your speaker one sheet. So that first section where it has all 4 of the titles to your signature programs, then it has 3 bullets under there. That actually doubles as your speaker one sheet. That's really the format of it. Typically, I only have 1 bullet on mine. That's because I wanted to be different, right? You should at least have 3. The reason why you want to have 3 is because if you don't have as much professional experience as I have, if you don't have a brand that is as big as mine, if you haven't been real heavy in the game like I am with all these corporate clients, then you should put more in there. See, I have so much social proof. I can get away with 1 bullet that describes my signature program. When you go to my one sheet, when you go to the second page, actually is my one sheet inside my speaker info kit at KevinTRobertson.com. Now, the reason why I had you do it like that is because you were missing bullets. And I know sometimes it gets confusing. Okay, well, I have this opening paragraph. Then it says, after this program, you will be able to, and then it's supposed to be 5 bullets. Well, you had in that section, you had like one bullet missing per section. It's supposed to be 5 bullets, not 4. In the top section, you were supposed to have the title to each 4 of your signature programs. Lindsay, I believe you added an additional 1. You had 5 signature programs. So it's supposed to be 3 bullets for those signature programs. They do not repeat for the 5 additional bullets under the opening paragraph. Do you understand?
So don't repeat them.
Do not. And the reason why I don't want you to repeat them is because you should be over delivering as much as possible. The only time you don't have to over deliver because you have such an extensive track record when you got a celebrity brand like I do. My speaker info kit is 27 pages long. How much more social proof do you want me to see? I don't have to give you 3 bullets on page number 1. Because you can clearly see my speaker video demo and everything that you're getting. See, I'm over delivering in so many categories. I can afford to, like any other high profile brand, to give you less, because inside the less is more than 80% of the speakers gonna give you anyway. But what I want you to do is give additional bullets, because it over delivers on the value and it makes it easy for the meeting planner to understand what you speak about. And that's the reason why, because you're going to move those bullets you're creating over to the speaker info kit, and you're going to place those bullets in those opening paragraphs and all that value and spread it out, throughout your entire speaker info kit. That's the reason why I want you to do that. Do you understand?
Okay, so to make sure I'm clear, I want to clarify. The bullets for the first half, where it just has like the self-care based leadership and then the 3 bullets, and then the self-worth based leadership and then the 3 bullets. I'm taking those 3 bullets and those become the paragraphs for the fully written out sections, correct?
That's not correct. You're gonna those titles with the 3 bullets that are descriptive, and you did a great job at writing your bullets. I think I gave you some comments that some of them were a little bit thin, but you did a great job. Discover how to ... Learn how to. The way you started the sentences out were excellent. Now, that's just one section. Titles, 3 bullets to complement the title. The next section are all the opening paragraphs, and what you've already completed, by the way, which is, after this program, you will be able to. Did you see me stick that in there?
Yes.
Because you took it out. You didn't have it in there. Don't mess up my template. Do it in order for a reason, because you're going to take all of that and move it over to your speaker info kit. That's the reason why it's in order the way it is. And when it's not complete, I send it back to you and say, this is an incomplete assignment. This is what you need to fill in. So I said, add bullet under you had the opening paragraph. I think I rewrote your opening paragraph to show you how it was supposed to flow a little bit better. Am I correct? I did one of them for you. That's the way it's supposed to flow, because you had it sounding kind of flat. That is not acceptable. So the way I reworded it, that's the way all your opening paragraphs should flow. So you got to work on the other 3. You're not that far away. You're like 75% there.
Okay.
You just got to dig a little bit deeper and follow the way the one flows that I did for you. Now, then you have, after this program, you will be able to, it's supposed to have 5 bullets. You only have 4. So I said, add bullet, add the bullet in there, fill in the stuff that's missing, and your signature programs are done. In one more submission, Lindsay, you should be done with your signature programs. I believe you already sent me over your bio. Is that correct?
Yes.
That's the first thing you sent me. See, I know every single thing that every last one of you has ever sent. All of you, thousands of bits of data in my head, because I'm the one that takes a look at it. Now, especially the messaging. So that's all you have to do, and your signature programs are done. You have any other questions or comments?
Okay, so essentially I'm making 8 total bullets, 3 that'll be at the top and 5 that will be at the bottom.
Correct. Per each signature program. But look at it in sections. The first section is really going to be the bullets from your speaker 1 sheet. Those are your titles with 3 bullets to complement. Why do I have you create 3? People ask me that all the time, and they disregard the fact that the bullets are supposed to be different. Why do I want you to do that? Because you should be over delivering on the value, and you should be able to, as a speaker, describe right there inside those bullets the value that you're delivering to the meeting planner. And that is going to get repurposed all throughout your website. That's why. And a lot of times people turn in these signature programs and they start giving up. Signature programs start getting thin, just like yours. The more you go down, now you're not giving me a full, complete sentence or maybe two sentences. You're giving me a half a sentence and then you end it. Well, you think I'm going to approve that? No. You need to build out your bullets more. You need to complete the assignment. And that's why I send it back over to you. If you just dig a little bit deeper, trust me, you're not that far away. You have great ideas. You have great signature programs. Just dig a little bit deeper and then let me put the polish on it. You'll be done. And you can move on to starting to work on upgrading your website and your speaker video demo and your speaker info kit, as you should be focusing in on that in January. Okay. You have any other questions?
Yes, and then the last one I wanted to confirm, because you only changed it one place. The 5th one that I added in there, the happiness-based leadership, you suggest fulfillment-based leadership instead of happiness-based, correct?
Exactly. And the reason why I had that in there is because happiness is a word that sounds like you're fluffing me up. Fulfillment is better. That's why I changed the title. Happiness is temporary, Lindsay. Happiness is sex, drugs, rock and roll. It's when people shoot dope. It's when you take medicine. It's when you have some type of fun. It's dopamine. Why do you think they call street drugs dope? Because anything that gives you pleasure, it goes right there to the pleasure center, and it's like getting a shot of dopamine. That's why drug addicts always are chasing a high, because they want to keep feeling the same exact way. That's why you can't love anything too much, because it will destroy you. I don't care what it is. You gotta just take it easy. So that's the reason why I changed that, because think about it. Lindsay, watch this. I'm writing the check. I'm the meeting planner. Lindsay's going to come in. She's going to make us feel so good. She's going to make us happy. Motivational, inspirational bullshit. She's going to come in and teach us how to be fulfilled and give us and our company sustainability, both personally and professionally. What's the difference between how I just described both of those?
You caught me at fulfilled and sustainable.
Okay. Does that deliver more value than happiness? Mm-hmm. Lindsay, you're not like every other average motivational, inspirational speaker in the marketplace. You survive a traumatic brain injury. You were given less than 1% chance of survival, but you did. You are an overcomer and a conqueror. You're an empowered woman of focus. I already know you're amazing, but the meeting planner doesn't. We need to upgrade your messaging. Didn't I tell you that I was going to help you do this?
Yes, sir.
Am I helping you?
Yes.
Is it making sense to you what I'm saying?
Yes.
Okay, get back in there and dig deeper. Remember, you only got 25% more work to do. That is not a lot. And what you submitted to me wasn't the worst case that I've ever seen. But now you just gotta understand to just dig a little bit deeper. And I don't want you to overthink it because you're gonna get in your own way. I want you to describe the value that you're going to deliver and what you know that these companies are supposed to be doing, the state of mind that you know people are supposed to be in, how you want to help them. I just want you to describe that the best as possible. You do a great job, actually, at describing the bullets in the way they were written. I believe your opening paragraphs needed to go in a different direction. Like you were describing it, it was just too flat the way you were describing it. It needs to be more in third person versus first person.
Okay.
Right? Remember, in this session, what you and your team are going to be able to learn to do is make more of a connection with your communication in the workplace. Build more solid teams. And if you look at the way the first one flows, the way I did the editing, that's the way all of them should be written.
Okay.
You sure you got it?
Yes. This last question, I don't know if it's really a question or if you can really even answer it right now, but now it's just, I don't know what else to say to make it more descriptive the way you did.
Okay, stop. Okay, I just talked about that in the monologue. So this is what I want you to do.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna give you some ideas when you get stuck and you get writer's block. It's not that you can't, it's that you don't know how. I'm gonna show you how right now. Write this tip down. This is what I want you to do. I want you to ask yourself 3 questions. Give me one of them example that you're stuck on right now. And I'm gonna help you. I'm gonna teach you how to do research so you can get past that writer's block, and don't tell me that you can't. So which one do you need help with?
We'll go self-worth based leadership.
Okay, so watch this. Remember the first thought that came into your head when you woke up from surgery?
Mm-hmm.
And they told you the first time you opened up your eyes and you were conscious. I don't know if you could talk or not. I don't know how long it took you to talk. I don't know what kind of therapy you went through. But the first time that you had a regular thought again, where you knew what was going on, and you looked around and you knew you was in that hospital. And I know that you knew that you got another chance. And you was flat on your back and all that stuff was hooked up to you. What's the first thought that came to your mind? If you want to share with me, because I want you to go back to that pain. Some of you are afraid to go back to the origin of how you turned your whole life around. And that's where the gold is. So talk to me about that.
Okay. My first thought, I woke up, I didn't know I was in the hospital. I thought I was kidnapped. So fast forward, and the first thought I had when I found out where I was and what had happened was, thank God I'm alive.
Okay, you were thankful. You were practicing the law of gratitude, which is one of the formidable laws of the universe. You were practicing the law of gratitude, right?
Right.
Talk about how gratitude can change your life and get you more centered. Talk about how people need to get more in alignment with gratitude and how it will change their lives. Why don't you explain to me what kind of gratitude you felt when you woke up? And then when you got to a new level of consciousness, how you started slowly working your way back in to your way of life. And I don't know how long that took, but talk about that.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I see you, Amanda. I'll be right with you. I just need to get your thoughts about one question to share with the group, because I feel like it has some value about the way you post on your social media. Okay, Amanda, I'll be right with you in a couple seconds. Lindsay, so this is what I want you to do. I want you to research. Why is gratitude so important? And then I want you to copy and paste what a line or two, and I want you to rework that verbiage inside the bullet.
Okay.
I want you to say, why are people in so much pain because of the pandemic? I want you to do some research on how people feel about gratitude and how you felt about pain. And then I want you to look at some of that and I want you to turn it into a bullet. You don't have to plagiarize the whole thing, but just get some ideas and say, oh, okay, I saw the way KTR wrote this bullet. This is what I can say about gratitude. Here's an example of gratitude. Watch this. Learn how gratitude can be a guiding light to help chart your course to a new way. No, to a new mindset in 2023. Or a new mindset in a new year, a new mindset in the new year. See what I just did?
Mm-hmm.
Learn how gratitude can be your guiding light to a new way and a new mindset in the new year. I'd like to know what that looks like. If I saw that as a bullet, I'd like to know how to practice the law of gratitude. A lot of people say, oh, I'm grateful, I'm thankful. But I practice it every morning. I'm thankful and I'm grateful for the things that I have and the things that the universe has not blessed me with. Thank you, universe. I have my eyes open. That's what I want you to do. Go do some research. Don't tell me you don't know. Go back to your real life experience. You're the only one that has lived it. You've already lived it. Don't tell me you don't know. Am I making sense?
Yes, sir.
Don't be selfish, Lindsay. You gotta share your gift with the world. You gotta get out of your own way. You gotta live unadulterated. You have to speak free. You gotta live free. You gotta go back in there and dig that pain out, girl. That's what's gonna help your audience out. And as much as it hurts you, get over that temporary pain and share it with your audience. And share it with the meeting planner. They're going to thank you and they're going to reward you handsomely because you helped them out. They're reading how to solve the pain right there in the bullet. My God, if she's giving us that much value for free, what is it going to be like to hire her? We want her. You got it?
Yes, sir.
All right. I love you very much. I'm proud of you. I'm here to support you and help you out any kind of way I can. I need to talk to Amanda real quick because she has to get ready to get off the call.
Okay, thank you. All
right, dig a little bit deeper and I'll submit me another support ticket, hopefully before the new year. Brian Rehorn, I'll be right with you. Just let me talk to Amanda real quick.
Hello, KTR.
Hey, Amanda, how are you?
Awesome. How are you?
I'm doing great. Love you, kiss you, miss you, all of that kind of stuff. Okay, so I wanted to know, why do you get up every day or on a week-to-week basis and drop those killer videos to support your brand, and how you're not focused on the likes, but you're just consistent with the content? Why do you do it and how do you do it?
Great question. Thanks for a great call. I wanted to plug in the chat first as you were talking about fear and flow, because it's such a big topic in my world and what I love to help people with. I'm putting it in the chat. I like people to think about fear as future expectation of awful results. You're creating an idea in your mind that's future projected, and you're planting the seed for awful things to happen because you create your reality, right? So to be in flow, you're faithfully looking for opportunities to win. And to me, it's a mindset decision every single day. You don't wake up and have these, magical awesomeness happen in your life just by doing nothing. And especially not if you're waking up every day being in fear, and because fear will cripple you from taking action. So, tied to social media strategy for me, I know that when I show up every single day and I plant the seeds of success in my business today, that they're going to blossom in the future. And I'm not sure how. I just faithfully look for opportunities to win. So for me, some of my platforms get more likes than others, like LinkedIn. I barely get any engagement at all. I still post there because you never know who you're going to impact and what that connection is going to create. I mean, you and I really are connected through LinkedIn. I mean, I received an email from you, but then we had a chat over LinkedIn, and then I messaged you, and that you just don't know what's going to get created from the seeds that you're planting. So you always want to remember that when you're creating a social media strategy, consistency is key. You want your people to be able to rely on you. Brands are built through consistently showing up every single day and people knowing that you're there and knowing what you stand for. And I will say that my social media strategy from day one has been very consistent, and it's built my entire business. I still to this day have not yet paid for ads, and I've had a 6-figure plus business every single year for the last 4 years. And in 2023, my goal is to massively expand. I'm shooting for 7 figures. And I want everyone to even look at my social media. You'll see on LinkedIn, I have a lot of followers, but low engagement. On Instagram, I have some followers, okay engagement. I've got a YouTube channel. I've got all the things. And I always focus on the quality over the quantity. It's not about the number of followers. It's not about how many people are liking it. If that one person reaches out and likes it, golden, right? I've impacted those people and they come into my community. I mean, I've had several consults this month. I have 4 new people coming on into my community just from my social media engagement.
Right. Got you. Well, listen, Amanda, I know you got to get ready to run. Thank you so much for sharing that. The sole reason why I wanted you to be the after lunch keynote at the last showcase, and you knocked it out the park and did an amazing job. And we pulled that together to get you at that event. And thank you so much for attending. You were a difference maker. The reason why I wanted you on the stage, because I was looking at the content that you post. I was not like, oh, she got low engagement. She don't even have that many likes. She's not fine. No, I looked at those videos and I said, oh my God, she delivers value and women need to hear this. Everyone needs to know about money, but she has a niche. She understands her assignment. And I felt that energy dripping off your social media. Amanda, keep doing an amazing job. I will be talking to you very, very soon. We got some things that we need to focus on to take your speaking to another level. We're committed to helping you do that. Thank you so much for being part of this experience. I really, truly appreciate you personally. You understand what I'm saying?
I do. I got it. I appreciate you too. I was looking forward to getting to hear you tonight and see you. And I think your message of encouragement is huge for everybody. It's just remember that's a daily commitment and that we're all going to struggle with fears almost every single day, right? Yeah. And just up-level yourself and stay in the game, recommit every single day. So yeah, thanks for having me on. Can't wait to keep growing my speaking business this year in 2023.
Absolutely. I don't know about the rest of you. I just copy and pasted her fear and that flow. And I'm going to put that up on my vision board right along with the rest of my goals for the rest of the year. And if you make it on my vision board, you're really doing something special. Hold up. I'm going to email it to myself real quick so I don't forget while I'm in it. Yep. Boom.
Hey, Kate, can you still hear me?
Yes, I can.
If everyone wants tips like these, I don't know if it's okay to shout out my book, but I just published it. My book went international bestseller.
Nice.
Yeah.
I love it. Okay, watch this. Yes, absolutely. You know what, Dr. Amanda, do me a favor. Tell people how they can get your book and talk to me a little bit about that and give people your social media so they can follow you if they like.
Okay. Yep. So here's the link to the book. Social media handles are all NFA money. So NFA stands for no fucking around. So easy to remember, no fucking around money. So you'll find me on LinkedIn, Instagram, YouTube. Those are my most active. I'd say Instagram, I'm on every single day. LinkedIn, I'm actually starting a new campaign in terms of speaking in 2023. We have a big focus to go be bigger on LinkedIn and have more engagement there because that's where we know we're going to find speaker opportunities. Yep. And so that's a big shift that's coming up in 2023. But yeah, the book, it was so exciting. It went international bestseller. It is a killer book to help everyone with money mindset break through their unconscious money beliefs and take their business to the next level. And, my background is going from food stamps to building a 6-figure business fast. And everything I bring to the table is about helping people master their mindset so that they can manifest easier money in their business.
Absolutely. I'm going to be interviewing you too in the new year. We got the Speaker Focus show coming. I'm going to be interviewing a lot of the subject matter experts, but you are definitely at the top of the list. And we got some, material coming for upcoming podcasts. So we're doing a whole bunch of big stuff for new things happening in the new year. Dr. Amanda, keep doing what you're doing. Love you much. And I'll talk to you real soon. Okay. Thank you so much for that. And I'm going to put that on my vision board. Absolutely.
Awesome. Thanks. Bye, everyone.
I'm telling you, this is the reason why you want people like Dr. Amanda on your platform, because she's a light giver. She's sharing information, not just about selling, but a lot of women, a lot of you women are still working a job. Dr. Amanda used to be on food stamps, and she did it, and she understands exit strategy. She understands how to move out of a corporate space into your own space, if that's what you really want to do. She's just adding speaking as another stream of revenue. She has the books. She has more courses, more online programs coming. She has a platform. You got to stop worrying about people giving you likes. You got to just start pushing out content and scale because it feeds your machine. The sole reason why I got her here at the showcase and I wanted her on stage as the lunch keynote speaker was because I said, man, this lady is disruptive. No fucking around money. I said, I'm in. That's the first thing I saw was her brand. I wasn't afraid of it because I'm a disruptor. I said, I got to get her on stage with me. Please, I hope that I was praying. I was like, please, I hope that she's available. Boom. We connected through LinkedIn, couple of calls back and forth. Dr. Amanda understood who I was immediately. I understood who she was. Boom. Perfect fit. That's how you get people like her, a major player on your platform. And then you get with another major player and now you're out there doing major shit and you're out there crushing it. I'm telling you, it's not luck. It happens because she actually knows what she's doing and she believes in herself. Remember, so that acronym that she put up there, fear and also the flow. Well, she also believes in herself. And you clearly see that through her brand. Thank you, Amanda. Likewise to you. Love you back. Okay, Brian Rehorn. Brian, talk to me.
Yeah, I'm here.
How are you this evening, sir?
Where do I start? I'm going to start with this disclaimer.
Okay.
I'm going to read a line from my speech, which I revamped in response to what you told me.
Brian, hold that thought for a quick second. Haley Sorensen. Haley, if you're still on the platform, if you want, I need you to just come on. I just got a question I want to ask you. Just put in the chat and let me know if you're comfortable with that. If not, I will call you after the Q&A. I'm really okay, cool. I'm really spent after the Q&A because I've had a long day. Mondays are always my longest day. Please, if you would just raise your hand for me so I can get to you after Brian. I need to talk to you about, I'm going to walk you through of how you're going to eliminate this anxiety and this fear and being overwhelmed about showcasing. I got you. Don't even worry about it because maybe you're not the only one. I see a whole lot of people that's showcasing coming up. And we're going to talk about that if you want to. Dr. J, please acknowledge the fact that I saw your email in there about your content, and I'm going to get you through with your content as well. Just let me know that you know that I saw your message that you put in the chat and that I saw your text message that you sent me today, and you're going to get all your content. I'm going to send you a picture file link with your stuff in there between tonight and tomorrow with some more pictures for the content that you're supposed to get. And I'm going to walk you through and help you get the content over to Sion so he can get your speaker video demo complete. All right, now, Dr. J, if you're still there, just put that you heard me in the chat. Okay, Brian, continue, please. Thank you for your patience, ladies. Brian, I'm all ears. Thank you. Go ahead.
Like I said, I'm making a disclaimer here.
Okay.
It says the last line in this paragraph says, make no mistake about it. We're all in this together. And you said that a couple of times.
Okay.
The subject of the monologue, the whole 9 yards about fear and anxiety.
I got you, Dr. J. I see it. Go ahead, Brian. I'm sorry.
I'm there. I already pushed through that pain.
Okay.
In preparing the speech, in what I'm doing every single day for the last 4 days,
Okay.
I feel so much better.
Good.
Physically, mentally, and spiritually.
You hear that, Haley?
I shut my phone off. My phone is not on. I turn it on maybe a total of an hour a day. To whereas it'll be 15 minutes to see if anything come in based upon my responsibility as a volunteer. Other than that, I don't want to know nothing from nobody. I turn down money. I have a lot of money issues. I've been turning it away based upon my focus on January 6th.
Okay, good. Good. I love it.
That's it. I
Okay.
just, I just tied up a couple of other loose ends, but sitting here listening to other people talk and yourself, I'm like, they're reading my speech. I got to do it all over again.
Well, no. Watch this. Watch this. As much as there were some things in alignment with what I said and what everybody else was talking about, because this is what happens when you get around people that think like you. We're all going to sometimes share the same thoughts. But I guarantee you, when that energy hits you and that adrenaline starts flowing, when you get up there on that stage, some of it's going to come out a little bit different. And I believe, Brian, and I really appreciate you coming on, because, you know, it takes a big person, and it takes an even bigger person to share their pain. It takes a bigger person to share when they're going through making mistakes. And you have had your fair share on this platform, brother, but you have never given up. And I guarantee you, you're going to be one of the biggest successes at our showcase because you put the effort in. You've been working on this shit nonstop for the past 2 or 3 weeks. And like I said, keep making adjustments. It's still not January 5th or 6th. I don't know what day you're speaking on, whether or not it's the 5th or the 6th, but it's not here. And when it does come, just believe in yourself, Brian, that you are going to do well. And it sounds like you just already made the necessary adjustments. Just keep the fire burning with the pain. I just want you to share the pain.
Amen. Amen.
Yes.
That's it. And
you got enough of it.
Not for nothing, but sharing from the pain is easy because I understand pain. I know what pain is.
Of course you do. Of course you do. Stay away from the fluffery. That's the real Brian Rehorn. That's the real Brian Rehorn. By the way, Wayne, I did see your comment in there. If you want to come on and talk about that before we get off, please raise your hand and I can address that. I believe that Wayne put a comment in there about he wanted me to address something. Can you please, Wayne, clarify what it looks like when you communicate value? Okay, yeah, okay, all right, I will. Let's talk about that last. Okay, Brian, are you done so I can get to Haley?
Yeah, I'm just saying, when I dig, scratch, and claw, and then I come on a call like this, or I'm in some environment where it reinforces what my thoughts are, okay. I know I'm in the right place.
Yeah, absolutely.
I know I'm on the right path.
Hey, listen, brother, this is the reason why you want to be on a platform where people are struggling with the same thing you're going through, because it doesn't make it easy to show up on the Monday Q&A call and say, okay, wow. And now I get it. I understand that, you know, I don't feel as horrible about what I'm going through. It happens every single time me and Austin get on one of our mastermind calls. When I'm doing super bad and I'm like, oh man, we're, you know, man, how are we going to get to $50 million? And then all of a sudden our boy just sold a software company for $110 million. I mean, that's his money. That's not our money, but you know, I mean, I'm just proud of him because I know the struggle that he's been through in the last 5 to 10 years. Dude used to drive Uber just like me, right? I mean, you got to be able to relate to people like that, man. But you know, it can happen. You just got to be willing to put the work, follow the blueprint, be around other people who are going through the pain. Notice how when you start rising and you start listening to other people who are successful, like I'm talking about really successful, like running sales funnels and they have a lot of success. They're really good at sales. They're really good at managing their business, good at selling the product, especially online. Why do you think it's over 3,500 millionaires being created every single day? Because of technology, because of the ability to sell online. People weren't becoming millionaires this fast back in 1970. Now you got more millionaires than ever. So the reason why is because you can put up one thing online and you can get it all over the globe. And anybody with an internet connection, now that's your new customer. Your reach has become so far. Where before, if you had a local business, like a t-shirt shop or a hot dog stand on the corner of New York City, now it's people that they got a local shop on the corner that are shipping stuff all over the world now because they got popular, because they know how to sell online. And this is what we're teaching you how to do on this platform, how to sell your speaker services online. So Brian, I'm proud of you. I'm extremely proud because I know you've been dealing with a lot of personal stuff. And I know you've had your fair share of fears and concerns. It's been beating you down, but you have invested a lot into Showcase, not just money to come, but in everything else. And now it's time to get the payoff, Brian. Do you understand?
Absolutely.
You put the work in, you put the effort in. I want you to believe in yourself on a whole nother level. You don't have to worry about me yelling and screaming at you no more about the way it's flowing, about what you should be doing, about Brian, stop being selfish. We've already had those conversations. Now where you are, you're in a flow state with your messaging. Now you just got to get up there and do it, Brian. You got it?
Got it.
Okay, brother. You got anything else you want to share with the group? Or you got any other questions or comments?
That's it. January 6th, come on.
Hey, I'll see you at dinner on the 4th.
Yes.
Okay, boss. Man, see what I'm talking about, everyone? I mean, you don't have to be afraid to share because we're all in it together. Haley, talk to me.
Good evening, and can you hear me all right?
Yes, I hear you just fine. Excuse me real quick, Haley. Give me a quick second.
All right.
I see somebody that's near and dear in there. Just like Dr. J, Eileen Peters. Okay, we're seeing my content, have a few questions about speaker video demo, no problem. MP4 files. Eileen, send me a support ticket. I know you and Dr. J, I have to walk both of you through. If we got to spend a little bit of extra time with you, we will. We're going to make sure your content and everything is organized the way it's supposed to be. Just start where you are. Don't worry about nothing you don't have. We're going to get C on everything you do have, and we still going to get your project complete. You can always go back and add stuff to that later. Don't you worry one bit. We've been in it together for a long time, Eileen, and we're not about to give up on you right now. Okay, Haley. Now, Haley, talk to me about what's your mindset right now. Whatever you want to share that you're comfortable with, just share with me, because I got a feeling that not only you're going to get a breakthrough, but somebody else is going to get a breakthrough on here as well. Wayne Holmes, if you're still on here, you wanted to ask me a question about delivering value. If you want to raise your hand, please, so I do not forget you. I will address it right after Haley. After I finish addressing Haley's question or concern, and after she shares with the group, we're going to start winding down on the Q&A. If anybody else has any more questions, I suggest you get in line, because I'm still here and I'm willing to answer those questions. If you're not comfortable getting on and sharing, you can always submit a support ticket about your progress. Remember, tell me about your action. Tell me what's wrong. Tell me what you're struggling with, and we want to be able to help you. It's a new year coming up. I don't want to hear all this New Year's resolution bullshit. I want you to get real committed to something and let us help. Tell me what that thing is you want to focus on in the new year. And damn it, that's why I'm here, so we can help you. Now, Haley, talk to me about your question or your concern. I'm all ears.
Okay. All right. So I feel like it's an ironic place to be in, where I feel super overwhelmed and like unprepared, and it's almost like exactly what I speak on. Like, I help people overcome their obstacles so that they can stay on track and stick to their goals and not let the unforeseen circumstances that life brings about like make you lose track of your goals and like what you're out here to do. And it's just really hard for me right now, because it's like I don't want to be like in the position where I'm overwhelmed and letting all these things like knock me off track. But it sucks because I talk about this, yet it's happening to me, and it's like throwing me off track.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
And
it's
it just
okay.
makes it hard, because then I'm like out of my flow state, and I don't know how to talk about the things that I usually speak on when I'm going through all of this stuff that like personally. And I appreciate hearing where everybody is coming from, like knowing that I'm not the only person in life that is going through something really chaotic, unforeseen. But
Excuse me.
I just want to like tap into the strength that you guys have because it's just so much right now.
I know it is. I know it is. It's okay. Well, we just got to get it out. All right. And remember, before you get back into another flow state, we always have to endure some pain and sacrifice. And what's happening, Haley, like many people on our platform, it's happened to me this year. And you tell me if this makes sense what I'm saying to you. What it does is it wears you down. And it breaks you. And when you watch this is the reason why you got to get the proper rest, because that's the only way that you're going to wake up every single day. Like, I am exacerbated after the Monday Q&A, because as you can see, I give a lot. Not only do I give a lot here, I give a lot on the Monday Q&A. So you know what I started doing? And I just started practicing this recently. I used to run a full schedule from 8 a.m. all the way right up, excuse me, until the Q&A. Now I would have like 1 or 2 cancellations. So if I needed to take a little break or whatever, you know what I do now? So I shut my schedule down at 4 p.m. every day. So I have a break and I can take a nap and then hop on the Q&A. And I am going to take that habit right into the new year, because you know why? It's working for me. Because sometimes I'm run down and I just need to take a little break before I jump into something else, because Mondays are always my longest day and Mondays are the hardest day. So if I'm going to exercise and then get into my day and give, so I'm going to pull the plug. Now, this is what I want you to do. Because when you get to the point, your emotions are fried right now. The first thing I want you to do is you got to take some time for yourself over the next couple of days, and you got to get a lot of rest, and you just need to unplug from everything that you think is important. I guarantee you it's not as important in your mind that you think it is. Watch this. I call it the water line test. Haley, the challenges, the difficulties that you have in your life, the setbacks, the deficiencies of being overwhelmed, is it above the waterline? In other words, your ship of life is sailing. Is it while we taking in water, or is it just a crack in the window? Do we have a rip in the sail, which can be repaired? Do we have a crack in the window that can be repaired? Or do we have a hole in the hull and we're taking in water? See, if it's above the water line, it's not anything that's life or death. It's just another thing, another piece of damage that's going to happen to our ship as we're sailing through life. A piece of paint is going to get chipped, a rip in the sail, a crack in the window, but it doesn't stop the boat from moving. Now, if it's below the water line, that means it's of epic proportion. Now, Haley, there's 2 types of challenges that we have every day. You have the things you put on yourself and the false deadlines other people put on us. Don't you know people will try to manipulate you in the false deadlines? They will tell you that it's urgent when really it's not. Well, you have 2 things, Haley, 2 modes that you're operating. And I believe you're operating out of urgent and panic mode. Urgent equals panic and react. That's the mode that you're in right now. That's why you're emotionally stressed and you're broken. When we break, watch this. A lot of times men get angry. I'm an emotional man, so sometimes I just get so infuriated. Sometimes I just start crying. Like, I don't know why it happens, but it just does. Mm-hmm. Women react differently when they're stressing and they're afraid. So it looks like, okay, let me break down in tears. Men, they go within, they get angry. So when that happens, are you putting too much on yourself? Are you putting these false deadlines on yourself? These things which are unreasonable. And see, sometimes we forget to simplify. So remember, panic equals urgent and react. Write this down, Haley. These are 2 modes you should be working out of. Panic equals urgent and react. That means you're running around like a chicken with your head cut off. You're always overwhelmed. You feel like you never have enough time to do something. I'm going to teach you how to fix it, by the way, before I let you go. Then another formula is important equals results. Important equals results. That means that you have that positive movement. That means that you are taking action on your goals. That means that you have a feeling of pride whenever you accomplish the smallest thing in your day. Got another thing checked off my list. Remember, your average person can accomplish 7 to 10 things throughout the body of one workday, 7 to 10. Do you have more than 7 to 10 things on your plate, Haley? You probably do. And that's the reason why you're in that panic and react mode. Your emotions are fried. It's coming at you from every angle right now. You're not managing it the best way that you can. It happens to us all. So how do you get back into your flow state and stay in important equals result? Remember, if it's above the waterline, Haley, that means the ship is still what?
It's still intact.
It's still sailing. We're not taking in water. It's not of titanic proportion. If it's below the waterline, that means it's life and death. That means I have to drop what I'm doing right now. Oh my God, a fire's upstairs. I got to stop the Q&A. That's below the waterline. That means that something has happened to my business. And typically when we have breakdowns like that, it's because of improper management. We're not thinking ahead. We're not planning ahead. And we have breakdowns. It happens to us all. It happened to me at the last showcase. I'm going to prevent a lot of those things. And I put some systems in place so the next showcase goes smoother. But anytime you're doing an event, something's going to go wrong. That kind of stress comes along with it. But we still got through the last one, and we're going to get through this one. So remember, important equals what? What's the formula? Important equals what?
Results.
Important equals what?
Your positive movement forward and the ability to also take the time to figure out what important movements you're focusing on.
You're taking action. How many things can your average person? I know you're a freaking superwoman, but how many things can an average person accomplish in one day? 7 to how many?
7 to 10 things per day.
7 to 10. That means 7 to 10 things. And you must remember this. 7 to 10 things that are of a nature called priority. If they're not a priority, Haley, it does not need to go. You have 2 sections on your calendar. One section is business. The other section is personal. So let me tell you how I manage mine, Haley. Besides sleeping 8 hours, which it is mandatory that I'm getting 7 to 8 hours of sleep every day. I don't give a damn what happens. That means maybe that's 2 hours worth of naps and 6 hours worth of sleep. I am going to be in a resting state. The only way I could fight the battle when I wake up every day is I have got to get my rest. Team no sleep, you're going to fail. I know you're young and I know you got a lot of energy, but you still need to get your rest. How are you supposed to wake up every day and fight the good fight if you're not getting your rest? So besides the 8 hours, boom, okay? So I'm basically sleep from 10 to 6 every day. 10 p.m., I normally wake up around 5 or 6 a.m. every day. So when I wake up, I used to just jump right into my day, 8 a.m., let everybody start attacking me right away. No. 10 a.m. is when I start my first call. 10 a.m. You know what I'm doing from 6 to 10? Sometimes I got a couple support tickets that need my attention, but I don't start that as soon as I wake up in the morning. I wake up practicing the law of gratitude. Thank you for another day of life. Thank you, universe, for allowing me to have my eyes open. How do I feel? Then I get in an alignment with how I feel. Do I feel healthy? Can I breathe? Do I feel sick? Does my back hurt? Okay. How do I need to? Okay, I feel great. Oh, my feet are a little bit tender because I went on an 8-mile walk yesterday. Okay, no problem. I can get through that. Okay, what's the first thing I got to do? I go downstairs. I get my supplements. I'm on this stuff called Viome, which attacks stress at a cellular level. I take my powder supplement. I put it into some pineapple juice. I shake it up. I drink it, and I take my 4 pills from Viome in the morning. Because why am I on Viome? Because they're attacking disease at a cellular level. I'm on that because they literally have something inside of this that neutralizes your stress. And they have all these things in these customized supplements that they give me that help me reduce my level of stress. That's the reason why I take Viome, because I am under a high fucking level of stress.
Yes.
Now, so that's what I do in the morning. Soon as I get up, this is a ritual, Haley. I'm walking through it with you right now. Are you listening to me?
Yes, I'm writing this down too. I need this.
What is mandatory, Haley? What's mandatory for 7 or 8 hours every day? What's that? What did I say is mandatory?
Getting my rest.
And I am not going to compromise it. Haley, I used to sleep 2 or 3 hours a day. I was doing it. Horrible health habit, by the way. I was doing it because guess what? My sleep was all messed up. I was snoring extra loud. That's not a healthy sleep pattern. Now I'm sleeping. You know why? The Viome is helping me sleep better because they have something in my supplements that they give me that helps me be more in a resting state. Auston has a little ring. I'm gonna get one day as well. It's like $400 ring, and it tracks his sleeping patterns. Auston take this stuff to a whole nother level. The sleeping temperature in his case studies done on this, 61 degrees in his house at all times when he's sleeping.
Mm-hmm.
When you go stay with Auston, I got the covers literally pulled up to here, Haley. Literally over my nose. This shit is freezing cold, and it is very difficult to stay in his house and sleep. But I do it because that's my boy. Now, so mandatory sleep. When I get up, what is the first thing I practice? The law of what?
Gratitude.
Okay. Then I get into, I take my supplements. I take my powder. I take the little pills that go along with it. If something's going on with my allergies, which Viome has helped me regulate my allergies as well, I got rid of drinking milk and it cleared up my sinuses. Every once in a while, sometimes I feel a little nasally. I got to take a little allergy pill, no problem. It clears up everything. Now, once I take those supplements, then I get my exercise in. I take my walk. I get my home gym, whatever I want to do. And now I actually, then after I cool down from my walk or my exercise, I get in my massage chair and I shake it out for about 20 minutes, maybe a half an hour. I get in a resting state again. Now, then if I got anything extra that I did not do, the 2 hours, like 8 to 10 is when I start slowing down. I'm going to get to that. If I didn't do anything the night before, then I attack it. This is why I don't let support tickets pile up, because it's too stressful.
Mm-hmm.
So now when I know I gotta give somebody an answer that's time sensitive. Let's say somebody says, "Hey, KTR, Aaron, the other day, he was getting ready to close a deal with Chobani, the yoga company. So he needed a strategy like right away. So I answered his support ticket. It took me 5 minutes to do that. So once I clear that out, I make sure that I don't need Auston or my support team at speakerfocus.com. They don't need anything from me. I give them any goals I need to check on. And then I get my mind focused on my first call. And I'm taking my time from 6 to 10 a.m. Then after 6 to 10 a.m., I'm serving people at the highest level possible. I do strategy calls. I don't have time for anything else. So now I'm blocking out that time to focus on new client acquisition, focusing on delivering value, helping people understand how to get their speaker goals, building relationships, not closing anybody. I'm building relationships. And then some of those calls on there are follow-up calls, and I do have to close people. It all depends on how many I have throughout that day. Every day I end my last call at 7 p.m. If I have somebody that was really serious that I need to move to 7 p.m., then I say, okay, hey, I got 20 minutes. So if you're really serious about the speaking business, then I'll give them a little bit of time. Then I get into my personal time again, checking on my wife's emotional well-being, checking on my granddaughter, checking on my family, see how everyone is doing. Once I know I'm locked in with them, then I try to eat my last meal before the cutoff is at 7 p.m. because my body is in a reparative state. So now I'm intermittent fasting from 7 to 7 the next morning. So I may have like a hint, which is some flavored water with 0 calories in there. My last meal is literally because tonight I didn't get a chance to eat at 5. So I'm going to eat a little bit late. So now I'm probably going to have some salmon some grilled salmon and some Brussels sprouts. That's it. A palm full of whatever that is. And I'm gonna drink 2 more of these before I go to bed. That's it. I'm not eating anything else. Now, I'm gonna sit down. I might have a couple of support tickets. I do need to send out 1 email tonight for the showcase coming up. And I have a couple people that I need to address and send some messages to. And I'm going to do that tonight. That's gonna be it. Almost around 9, I'm going to go back to my massage chair and I'm going to get in a resting and a meditative state, put my Beats by Dre on, and I'm going to listen to some music that operates on a lower vibrational frequency so I can start unwinding. Haley, this is me all day long. So after 7 p.m., I need to do this with my energy. You see my hands coming down real slow? I need to chill. I need to relax. When I get in my massage chair, it allows me to do that. I get in my massage chair, then I get into bed. And that is how I manage every single day. The weekends, I do not take strategy calls. That is strictly for schedule, family time, me time, have some fun time, let my head down time. On Sundays, I rest even, and then I'm recharging over the weekends because I don't have that normal flow. Now I do have, I'm not gonna lie, because I'm about building relationships. I do check in on maybe 5 to 10 clients on the weekend, but very, very short calls. I'm talking 2-minute, 5-minute calls, nothing real long, no strategy sessions, no heavy lifting. I do get in a very creative mode over the weekend. If I need to build something, if I need to create something, if I need to do something that's creative, I play around with ideas and I do research. Everything I gave away throughout the week, I put it back inside. And I start the process all over again. Is that really easy to understand? I do the same thing every day, Haley.
It is easy to understand. You just gotta break it down. I feel like I've been just like that, just a chicken with my head cut off. So it's like sometimes certain points on that, like I wrote down everything you were saying and kind of came up with like 9 bullet points. And so for me, I feel like sometimes these bullet points will happen like out of order, or sometimes 3 happen and then 6 of them don't. And so it's just been like too much time, and I understand, like the things that I'm going through, it has to do with like family health situation. Like my uncle has been diagnosed with cancer and is going through chemotherapy now, and I'm like the closest person to him, so I am out of the blue all of a sudden a caretaker. So it's most definitely a huge emotional strain, and it makes it super easy for me to not do certain bullet points because I just like it's easier to sometimes like avoid what you should be doing rather than I hash out this kind of plan and like a bullet point assessment of like what you need to be getting done so that you're not burnt out. And like I think I've just been putting, and as it has needed to be, because it's such a interesting transition to go from having someone be completely healthy to all of a sudden like it feels like they're dying. And so I've had to learn how to give and take time and how to prioritize time and also like how to hash out what I need to do to be successful in the midst of other people's crisis. And so it's just the biggest learning. It feels funny to be learning these lessons and then also want to teach them to other people, because it also puts me in this space of like, I feel almost like an imposter to be struggling with my own ability to stay on track and then want to help other people stay on track. But I guess that I'm also one of those people, like through your monologue, I wrote down like, be less, like I'm so hard on myself and want everything to be so perfect to a T that I let the fear of imperfection like seize my action. And
you gotta let that go. You're holding on too tight. Remember, you're holding on too tight. I used to do the same exact thing. See, when you're an overachiever and you're young and you want it so bad. See, the more you're holding on to it, watch this, Haley. The the more you're holding on to it, the tighter you hold on to it, the more evasive that thing becomes. You hear what I just said?
Yeah.
The more you're holding on to it, like, oh, I gotta grind out. I gotta get some more money. I gotta get this. Sometimes we just gotta let it go. See, you can't be in a flow state holding on too tight. So, but we're thinking about it. And what we need to do is increase our level of skill, or we need to delegate that thing. Now, I'm going to help you out even more. I gave you my personal schedule, but here's how I'm able to do all of that. I protect and guard my block time. 6 to 10 a.m., I don't deal with a lot of people. That's my time. Sleep time is my time. When I serve and I go hard, like I'm doing in the Q&A call. I give my all. I can't give any more after 8. Sometimes people will text me or whatever, and I'll be like, I'm done. I am not getting on a call so somebody can suck the life's blood out of me. I got to get back into, okay, I gotta give the rest of the time to my family. And then before I know it, it's time to go to sleep. Everybody in my house stays up late. I can't stay up late like them. I can't stay up till 1, 2 o'clock in the morning watching TV. I don't have that luxury. I have got to get my sleep. I got to be in the bed. There's no pulling no all-nighters no more. I'm doing my all-nighters during the day. See? So watch this. How I'm able to do that is I block my time out. Haley, if it's not on the calendar, it doesn't count. That includes your personal time, setting up schedule appointments on the weekend. If I want to sleep in late on the weekend, I do it. But I got to schedule the time, because if I don't, and I just kind of freestyle it, and when you wing it, guess what happens? Now the unexpected comes along every single day.
You're right.
Guess what? I don't allow the unexpected to happen during the day. I totally don't care about my phone when I'm on strategy calls. Why am I worrying about people texting me when I'm on a strategy call? I'm trying to help somebody. So I can't be concerned about answering text messages. So I don't. So I leave it. If I get a cancellation, break, or a no-show, oh, let me see who's texting me. Okay, boom, I do that. Okay, let me get a couple minutes and see what's happening with my social events. So I may scroll down my timeline through Instagram. Okay, I may return a couple emails. I may return a couple calls. And then I'm right back into serving. So my protected time, I don't let anything else disrupt my protected time. Because when you do, that's how you're going to stay in that state of running around like a chicken with your head cut off. So listen to this very carefully. Remember the 7 to 10 things, those priorities. So besides my health is my number one priority when I wake up in the morning, then I'm taking care of my calls. I'm serving people at the highest level possible. I answer support and do the things that I know that I need to do in order to keep the business afloat. That's sending out multiple emails and Slack messages with Auston every single day. This is a routine. Then I'm going to check on my family's well-being to make sure everything is okay with them. I got to manage my personal life as well as my business life. Any bills is coming up. Anything I notice due. I got systems and stuff set up so all of that stuff comes out at a certain kind of time. If cash flow gets tight and we need to start moving some stuff around, I got to make adjustments for that. So I create time for all of that kind of stuff. So I'm up to 5 things right now. And then once I finish my regular schedule, then I get back into my personal life. I get back into wrapping up things for the day, and I get back into spending time with my wife. I get my dinner out the way, and I get right back in my chair, and then I'm winding down again. I'm preparing for sleep. I should just fall out of my desk. That's no way to prepare for sleep. I get in my massage chair and prepare to go to sleep now. See, I'm already relaxed when I go to sleep. Before I was just like, oh my God, and then you pass out, crash and burn every single day. So Haley, this is what you got to start doing. This is going to hurt. You got to start saying no to everybody that's not on the priority list. If it's not I'm a caretaker right now for my mother-in-law. She has 24-hour nursing care, $10,000 a month for nursing care, private nursing care. That's how much I pay every single month. $2,500 payroll every single week. Now, I don't know if you're in the same situation as me where you have to be financially responsible for somebody, but if you are, that is another burden on the business. So I know that where I live is 8 hours away. She lives in a different state. So I had to hire competent people to make sure that her well-being was going to get taken care of. And I did not feel comfortable putting her in a nursing home, and she was not going to get the best help, especially where she lives in a rural area. It just wasn't going to happen.
Yeah.
So I pay through friends of the family. I pay that kind of money to make sure that my mother-in-law is taken care of, and it lets me sleep good at night. Okay, but it's still, with that being said, my wife still has to manage the nurses. She has a job that she has to do as well with taking care of my granddaughter and managing multiple estates that we have. All right, that is not easy in itself. All right, she has her role. I have my role. Auston has his role with his family. Same exact thing. We all got stuff to do. So now, with that being said, I don't have anybody blowing up my phone like I used to when I did one-on-one coaching. That's why we have support. That's why we do the Monday Q&A. Anybody can talk to me on the Monday Q&A. All you got to do is show up, and I'm willing to help you, just like I'm talking to you right now. But Haley, Warren Buffett said, a successful person must possess the ability to say no. You're not saying no. You're saying yes to anybody that's on the panic and react list. You're saying yes to too many people over there, and you're not saying yes to people that's on the important list. You're not focusing on your priorities. If it's not your business that has to deal with cash flow, if it's not your immediate family, your personal relationship, if it's definitely not your uncle who you're providing caretaking for, you got to give me the 7 to 10 things that you're going to focus on every single day. And if those things are the priority every single day, what about your health? What about your wellness? What about your sleep? Oh, Edward, I see you. It's okay, brother. It's okay. Listen, submit a support ticket if you needed help with anything pertaining to your messaging. Edward, I know you got this when it comes to showcasing, so I'm not really worried about you. If you have something in specific, please submit a support ticket, and I'll have you covered by tomorrow morning. Okay, you sent one earlier, no problem. I know, but you must have sent it later on in the evening. Okay, all right, no problem. I got you covered. So, Haley, I guarantee you, you're saying yes to everybody. You don't have a stop-loss system in place. Like on the stock market, they have software when you're trading that they get you out before you take a heavy loss. You're taking heavy losses because you don't have no stop-loss system. You're saying yes to everything and everybody. You're trying to be everything to everybody. What about you? What about your priorities? So let's get the 7 to 10 things that matter the most to you, Haley. And that's the shit you should focus on every day. If it doesn't have anything to do, watch this. If it does not uplift you, build you, support you, add confidence, add money, add value, you got to say no.
Yes.
Does that make sense?
Absolutely. I am definitely the one to want to be everything to every, or
Well,
like the answer to everybody. And
that's why you're burnt out right now. That's why
Mhm.
that's why your ass is on the edge of a nervous breakdown. You think I don't know what it sounds like? The rest of this year, you've listened to me carefully. You got a clean house. Any relationship that does not serve you has got to go. Somebody's going to get their feelings hurt, Haley. Somebody's not going to like it. Somebody's going to be pissed that you're not spending time with them. You're not coddling them. You're not spoiling them. You're not giving them money. You're not helping them out. You can't come and support them in the ways that you were supporting them before. Let me ask you this. Are they there to support you? After you've given them your all and they suck the life's blood out of you, when your shit is sitting tree high facing foreclosure, are they going to help you move? See, I learned a valuable lesson. The last time, this was many years ago, the last time I was really messed up, facing foreclosure, repossession, water, gas, electric, utilities, I couldn't even take care of my family. All the people that I was allowing them to suck the life's blood out of me. When I turned around and I wanted help from them, I couldn't get one of them to help me. And I'm talking family and friends. But the ones who did gave me they loaned me the money so I could rent a truck to move all my stuff to another property. Somebody that believed in me helped me out when I really, really needed it, because we all need help. Like I'm helping you right now. I've been there before.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, you got to start saying no. You're too damn nice. Sometimes you got to be the asshole, Haley, to save yourself. Take the rest of the year for yourself. all the stuff that's going, if it doesn't have nothing to do with directly to do with your well-being, less is more, Haley. You got to get organized. Remember, you have to get organized. Anything in your life that's cluttering your area, your personal area, it's got to go. Sometimes we hold on to stuff too long. You got a closet full of clothes. If you don't have space for new clothes, you got to get rid of the old ones. Stuff that you're not wearing, if you haven't worn it in years, it's got to go. If something's broken in your house and it hasn't been fixed and it's been broke all year long, it's got to go. If a relationship is hindering you and holding you back, you've got to dissolve that relationship, and you got to focus on your uncle. No, you got to focus on your health and your priority and your sleep, number one, because if you're not operating at a high level, you can't help your uncle or anybody else, and you got to focus on your business and building your speaker business. See, you got to make some hard line business decisions. The key, Haley, is do you have the balls or guts enough to do it?
Mm-hmm. Yep. Well, right now there is no choice because, like you said, I'm definitely on the verge of a nervous breakdown. And so I've got a week to declutter my life, say no to everything that is not about the showcase and about my personal well-being and writing. And that's it, because that's exactly those, if I was doing all of the things like writing and focusing on myself and then this showcase a little bit more, like I wouldn't feel, I have a sensation of fear inside of me. So it's just been the habitual repetition of like saying yes to things that don't concern me or my business.
You got to get organized, Haley. Or remember this, organization is the foundational principle of success. I refuse to operate out of chaos. That's what you need to put up on your vision board. That's something I say to myself all the time. I refuse to operate out of chaos. Haley, you're allowing them to do it to you. It's your fault. See, it took me years to understand that. I was allowing everyone to do that to me. I was giving them too much. See, now I have a simple rule. I match energy with energy. When I'm talking to a student, a business relationship, a strategic partnership, if you're not matching energy, in other words, if you're not bringing equal value, or I know that you don't really have my best interest at heart, I can't be in a relationship with you. I can no longer give to you. See, when I do enough of that, Haley, throughout the day of dealing with people that lie to me in a sales cycle. They tell me that they're serious about their speaker business, yet they don't want to spend the time on making an investment. They're liars. They're lying to themselves and they're lying to me. That shit is taxing when you're managing the sales cycle, especially the magnitude that me and Auston have. Me and Auston sent out 1.7 million emails last month alone. Do you know how many people I have to deal with that's lying to themselves? Every time I get on the call, it's not a home run like all of you who say, oh, KTR, I see the value. A lot of you made it so easy because you were ready to listen to what I had to say. A lot of people are so full of shit. That wears me down at the end of the day, Haley. So I have to put back what was taken from me, what I gave to the game. You're not putting it back for Haley. You're giving it all to them and they're leaving you on the side of the road, broke down, like a vehicle that doesn't have any tires. You have no gas. Somebody took your steering wheel a long time ago, so you don't have no sense of direction. You're waiting for the tow truck to come get you and take you to the scrapyard, Haley. Is that where you want to spend the rest of your life?
No.
Then do something about it when you get up tomorrow morning. Practice gratitude. You're a beautiful young woman, inside and out. You have so much value. I'm believing you more than you believe in yourself right now. And by the way, I'm not really worried about your ability to get in front of the audience and do a good job at showcase. I tell you what, Haley.
Yes.
You and I, we're going to have I'm going to call you.
Okay.
I'm going to call you. I'm going to call you and I'm going to spend some time with you. And I'm going to help you with your message in the showcase.
Okay, that will be good. I'm going to send you a support ticket. I have some bullet points. I'm trying to the lady that was earlier on the call, she had some of the bullet points not filled out. I feel like that's how I'm about to send my ticket to you. So I'm trying to not, but I don't know. There's some parts where I just am stuck. So
you know what you need to do at showcase? Fuck those bullets. You need to talk about all the shit you're going through right now and the things that you talk to people about to reverse what you're going through. If I were you, I would put that pain that I'm going through right now. You want a powerhouse message? That's what I would do if I were you, because you don't need to think about that. All you got to do is open up your mouth and say it. All you got to do is open up your mouth and tell me what you told me on this Q&A call. Damn, I'm not taking the advice myself. I'm telling everybody else to do it, but I don't have my shit together right now. I'm broke down right now. Well, guess what, ladies and gentlemen? I fell victim to that this year. No, I'm sorry, because when we at the showcase, it'll be last year. But if you want to get out of it, let me tell you, my mentor KTR gave me one thing that allowed me to reverse the curse. And I'm going to share those tips with you right here on stage of how I was able to do it. And you give them the tips. I don't give a damn about your signature programs, because what you're going through right now, if you share that, you're probably going to be the best speaker at the showcase. All you got to do is open up your mouth and let it happen. What did Dr. J just say? Dr. J just said, organization is a health principle. Yeah. Dr. J said the showcase is nothing to be stressed about. Relax and be yourself, informed from your heart. See, if you share that pain you're going through right now, and then you tell people how you got off the shit heap, that's the value right there. Did that make sense?
Yeah, absolutely.
The aha moment of simplicity is, I'm going to stop letting people rob me of all my energy. You got too many vampires around you, Haley. You're a light giver. Don't you understand that? You're just like me. If you allow them to suck the life's blood out of you, they're going to do it happily, because they're going to walk away feeling so enlightened and uplifted. When people walk away from you, they feel lighter. Oh, I just talked to Haley. She makes me feel so special. And then Haley goes home and she's still dealing with her shit that she really hasn't dealt with yet. And she doesn't have the energy to deal with it. So you know what happens? Now, here's where procrastination becomes your enemy, because now you don't have a plan. You don't have the energy to work on a plan. So you say, okay, I'm going to get to it. I'm going to get to it and I'm going to get to it. But now I got to deal with my uncle. I'm going to get to it. I'm going to get to it. I got to get to it. But now I got some other shit about the business I got to grow. I'm going to get to it. I'm going to get to it. I'm going to get to it. Haley, what happened? Something must have happened to her connection. Maybe she'll come back. Oh, no, she's there. Haley. Haley, are you there?
All right, my phone died, so I had to switch to my computer.
No problem. Okay, cool. I just want to make, okay. So remember what I said. Procrastination settles in and you keep telling yourself you're going to get to it and you're going to get to it. And then you just jump back in to panic mode. Let me go back in and do the best I can with my uncle. Let me do the best I can with the business. Let me do the best I can. See, what did you just do to Good Vibes Mafia? What did you just do to that? Tell me what you did to it. This year.
I stopped being a business partner with my CEO this year and decided that I was done with some bad business handling, and that I'm going to focus on me, because I'm the person bringing the magic into the organization anyways.
Yep. What did you say? You said, KTR, I shut down that brand. You dissolved a relationship that wasn't working for you, Haley. It didn't feel good, but it was necessary. You see, growth is that kind of growth is necessary. So what I need you to do from top to bottom, and we're going to finish this when I call you. Let me know if you're available tomorrow evening.
Yeah, I will be.
I got it. You know what? I'm sorry. What time zone are you on again?
I'm in the mountain time zone, so I'm 2 hours behind you.
Okay, so watch this. I got an interview I have to do with Australia tomorrow around 7 p.m. Eastern, but I should be done around maybe 7:30 Eastern, maybe 8 Eastern. You're still 2 hours behind me. I'm going to talk to you after I finish up my call with Australia.
That would be fantastic. I would be.
And we're gonna walk through. But what you need to do is exactly what you did to Good Vibes Mafia. You need to dissolve anything in your life that is not working for you, and you need to come up with a very, very short list of priorities for 2023, and that needs to be your focus. And if it doesn't have anything to do with those new priorities you're focusing on in 2023, you got to let that shit go. And you're going to cry some more, and it's going to be painful. And you're going to have to let go some of the relationships, just like you did with the other business partner. You're the one that's bringing the energy and the vibes. and again, somebody else, you let them suck the life's blood out of you. See, it's a hard lesson that light givers have to learn. When you're really a special person. You're so sweet. You're so nice. And see, when people see that, they feel that kind of nice, well, they want to be a part of it. You can't let them be a part of it. You got to be special to get some of that kind of nice. You got to be special to get some of this kind of value. You got to be special to get some of this kind of service. You got to match energy with energy. When you show up on the Q&A call, do you feel like I'm taking from you, or do you feel like I'm giving?
Always giving.
Am I helping you? Can you feel that I love you, that I care about you?
Yeah, 110%.
Well, if they ain't bringing the heat like that, their ass need to go. And see, that's where I had to get in my mind. I said, okay, who really cares? Forget about all this shit. Oh, KTR, you look so nice in your clothes. Fuck you. I don't need that. You're such a nice person. Fuck you. I don't need that. What about when I'm hurting? Are you going to be there for me? See, I come on the Q&A hurt, torn and tattered, just like all of you. We're going to get through it together. I can get you through it. Now, did you get a lot of gold and some notes in this call to get your mind right?
Yes, I think this helps me gain that confidence that on the 5th or 6th that I'm not gonna be like standing in the audience. Like, I don't know. I just had it. I get also overwhelmed because everybody in this community is so incredibly talented. And so I just didn't want to be like,
but so are you.
Feeling afraid.
No. But so are you. And just like I believe in them, I believe in you the exact same way. I don't play no favorites on this platform. You've been here long enough to be able to know that. Haley, get your shit together. You have enough time. You can do this. You've got to dissolve anything that's not working for you. You got to get rid of the clutter, every single space in your life. Go over your business expenses and everything about your business from top to bottom. Tell yourself what was working, keep that. All the stuff that wasn't working, get rid of it and get a new resource that's going to help you manage your things in a lot better fashion. You need simplicity in your life right now. You don't need more. You need less. Less is going to give you more.
Less is more.
You got it?
Yes,
but it takes effort. You got to wake up with a plan. So watch this. By tomorrow evening, I want you to write down on a piece of paper and share with me what your plan is. We're going to do a Zoom. I need to know what your plan is from top to bottom. Okay, KTR, this I had to draw a line in the sand. This is what I got rid of. This call gonna be between me and you. This is what I got rid of. This is what I'm keeping. Now, what I'm keeping, this is my plan. And if you don't have a plan for the plan, I'm gonna help you with the plan. But all the bad shit, that stuff got to go. Now, I cannot do it for you. You're gonna have to do it. And you're gonna have to make some calls that's gonna be difficult. Just like you did. You dissolved one relationship. I guarantee you got about 5 or 6 others that you need to get rid of too.
I got some meditating and journaling tonight.
Yep. Okay. So did you have any other questions or comments?
No, I'm going to put some more ideas together on my signature programs and then get a support ticket sent to you. And that way you can look at that. And then we'll kind of have a good conversation set up for tomorrow.
No problem. That sounds amazing. So I'm here to help you. Remember, shoot me a support ticket so I can make sure that, or either shoot me a text like around 6 p.m. Eastern tomorrow or something. Hey, KTRs is still good. Yep. And let's hop on a Zoom session. Let's do what we got to do. I'll send you the link before the call.
Okay. Thank you. I have so much gratitude. That helped me. I feel, instead of feeling down, I feel up and ready to act. So, and thank you so much to everybody who's given kind words on this call. It does feel good to be in a community where you're seen and recognized and people care about you. You don't have to feel like they're competition, but rather than like your comrades.
Absolutely. These are all your colleagues, and we're all family. It's a brotherhood and a sisterhood. Remember that we love you here. I love you, and I believe in you. All right. My level of belief, though, shouldn't be bigger than your level of belief. You're a very powerful young woman. You have a great brand. You got great energy, and you got a lot to offer the world. Focus in on that, and you will find your way when you meditate. When you come out of your meditation, watch the answer be there for you. You got to get in a resting state in order to find that. All right.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. Have a good night. I'll talk to you soon.
Yes, ma'am. Talk to you tomorrow. Okay, so Wayne is going to be the last question that I'm going to take this evening. And anybody else that has a question or a comment, you please send it to support@speakerfocus.com. Let me put Haley's disabled talking. And Wayne, can you hear me?
Yes, I do, Coach. Can you hear me?
What's up, boss? Yeah, I do hear you, man. Can't wait to see you at Showcase, brother. Can't wait.
Yeah, same here. Yeah, you were, when you were speaking earlier, you were talking about value.
Yes, sir.
And I just thought it just crossed my mind that I'd like to hear what how, what I know what I think when I think value, but I just wanted to know if I was like on the right space, what you thought about when you say like, we want to create value, or when we speak to conference coordinators or HR managers or directors, that, they understand that we know the importance of bringing value to their people.
Got you. So, yeah, that's a great way to end the call, actually, Wayne. I talk to so many subject matter experts every day. Remember, I've done tens of thousands of these strategy calls. Like I had a strategy call with each and every one of you before you got onboarded onto the speakerfocus.com platform. So I deal with some of the best subject matter experts in the world every single day, at least 25 to 35 of them every single day. And I'm always talking to meeting planners as well. And I'm a member of the International Association of Meeting Planners. So I understand who wants to see the value. So why is it that I over deliver? When you go to KevinTRobertson.com, the meeting planner can locate all my information in 10 seconds. What does he do? He teaches leadership strategies and magnifies success. Who is he? He's brand KTR, Kevin T. Robertson, America's leading focus expert. What is he going to do when I hire him into my organization? You see, increase your employee engagement with KTR. Scroll down a little bit more. I'm showing you the value inside the speaker video demo. Illustration beats conversation. They don't want to talk to you, Wayne. This is what we're teaching you on this platform. You got to demonstrate that to them through your phraseology and your messaging and your sales tools, and then open up the speaker info kit. And that's literally going to do all the talking for you, brother. It's going to teach you're going to teach the meeting planner how to give you money. You're going to make it easy for them to do business with you. And that's going to give you leverage. See, Wayne, the real thing that demonstrates your value is leverage, brother. This is the reason why, Wayne, I don't take no shit off any prospect. When you start lying to me, when you start ducking and dodging the question, people lie to themselves all the time. I just call them out on it, Wayne. I just say, listen, I told 2 people today. I said, listen, sir, excuse me. They were just talking. I said, listen, man, you don't have the skill and I don't have the time. So you just need to stop right now. I said, brother, do you know how many of these calls I've done? I've done tens of thousands of these calls. I know what your ass is going to say before you even say it. I said, so don't try that shit with me. Trying to act like he knew more about this business than I did, Wayne. Bro, I'm the gold standard in this business. I'm the person that people talk to that they really want to know how this business really, really works. Now, my style is not for everybody. Some I've been accused of talking a little bit too rough. Okay, fine. If you feel like you want to leave the platform and you can get this kind of information somewhere else that doesn't exist anywhere else in the world, good luck with that approach. Wayne, I'm not here to be liked. But I tell you what, people extend respect to me every single day because they know I'm not full of shit. Now, you either want to hear the facts or you want somebody blowing smoke up your ass. Me, I'd rather deal with the facts. I'd rather deal with the facts that hurt than have to deal with the lie that's going to take me for the long ride, and that's not going to put me where it is I need to be. So see, Wayne, I believe in demonstrating value through the messaging, phraseology, signature programs, website, the speaker, this meeting planner friendly and leadership centric, a speaker video demo that clearly lays out your value, and your speaker info kit. To me, the thing that has the most value in it out of all your sales tools is the speaker info kit. There's not one document that you have or one piece of sales or marketing collateral that's more powerful than your speaker info kit. And that's the reason why I put so much emphasis on that. That's why when you scroll through my speaker info kit, value, testimonials, signature programs, power phrases, sound bites, logos, social proof. See, that's the value, Wayne. Value is not you talking about how great you are. The first time Muhammad Ali told everybody he was the greatest, he was 21 years old. He just beat Sonny Liston. He said, I must be pretty. I don't have a scratch on my face. He said, God already told me that I was the greatest. People thought he was crazy, but he believed that he was the greatest before anybody else did. And he knew, see, this is what he knew, Wayne. He understood what his value was.
Right. Okay.
If Muhammad Ali had social media back in the 50s and the 60s, when he would have blew up even faster. But see, he understood what television was. This man was a genius. He understood his assignment.
Right.
And he said, I'm gonna talk about some serious stuff about religion, and in a political climate that didn't allow a black man to stand up like that. He said, but I'm also gonna have me some fun. Now, he wasn't a perfect man, but he was a great man.
Yeah. Yeah.
See, that's all. Muhammad Ali understood how to deliver value because he understood what his unique talent was. See, Wayne, when I tell you I'm the gold standard in this business, am I lying?
No, brother.
It may be difficult for outsiders to believe, but you don't get this kind of value.
I'm telling you, I've watched you, coach. I've watched you, coach, and I've seen you week after week just stand, and deliver like help to people who are hurting, like this young lady that just got off, and you turn her thinking around, and I know it's not easy for you to do it like that over and over again, but I gotta hand it to you, man. I gotta hand it to you. You got my vote, boss. That's all I got to say. You got my vote. Okay. I know the real deal. I know the real deal when I see it. You're the real deal, man.
Yep. That makes for the best relationships, Wayne. That's why I respect and love you. And we've supported you. We struggled together, Wayne, with your messaging. We did that together. It wasn't just me. We did that together. It wasn't just you. We're a team.
Right.
We did it together. We struggled on this platform together to get you where you are right now. To have a dynamic message.
You've been very patient with me. You've been very patient with me. Now I'm not going to hold you up long. I just want to say this.
Okay.
One of the things I want to do in the days to come, which is like in the new year, and I'm glad for this showcase that we're going to do, and that we'll be able to talk some more.
Okay.
But one of the things I want to do, I want to talk to you about the strategy of moving out of my place of work into my own business. I'm behind. I'm way behind, coach, and I'm way behind. I should be farther along than I am now.
Yes, sir.
And one of the things has been my job. Now, it looked like I was making advances when I took some content out of my speaker focus program and submitted it to our grant writers, and we acquired a grant from the state of New Jersey. Okay, that was good. It beefed my salary up and things like that. But the thing is, it put me in a place where they still got control of my life.
Gotcha.
Right? And I can't. And for me to be able to move forward with my speaker focused plan has been really difficult, because that other thing, one thing about grants, it sounds great, but those people, they're concerned about the things that we got to do to keep the money coming in.
Right.
It's not about my vision. It's about what keeps that money coming. So that's where I'm stuck right now. I got to get away from that.
Wayne,
because you follow me?
Yeah, Wayne, hold on. I'm going to tell you, I'm not sure if Dr. J is still on here or not. Yeah, I think she is. I think Dr. J is still on here. So I just got, and I wanted to let Dr. J know that, and I received 3 messages today. One, I received 2 text messages and 1 message through support. And you're the 4th one today that said they need help with their exit strategy, because they didn't already got it in their mind, or either done told their boss that this is gonna be my last year. See?
Oh yeah.
So with that being said, then Wayne, just like I got to do with Haley, I need to know what your action plan is. Remember this, Wayne, scientific proven fact, 95% of written goals, 95% of written goals manifest themselves into completion.
Excellent.
You've got to have a written plan. You've got to control the narrative of how you want to leave. Wayne, you better get them before they get you. You want to leave on your own terms, brother. And that means having a plan of exiting on your own terms. Because I see it happen to people every single day. No one's thinking that they can clip your wings and get rid of you prior to. Wayne, you got to beat them to it. You think they don't understand how special you are? You think they don't understand what's going on with you right now?
Yeah, I believe they do. I know they do.
Of course, you don't think you think you're the exception of they can't get rid of you and replace you. So remember this: get them before they get you.
Okay.
And I'm dedicated to helping you with your exit strategy. Watch this, Wayne. When we're at dinner, see, when you're gonna have me all to yourself for watch this, 6 to 11, we're doing dinner, pictures, red carpet interviews. The next day, we're doing showcasing from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. I'm gonna be chilling for the rest of the night. I'm not going anywhere. I'm gonna be there getting a chance to know the people on our platform like I was the last time. I'm checking in on the 3rd. I'm not leaving until Saturday. I'm gonna be on site the whole time, building relationships with the people on our platform. And that's including you. I'm gonna get a chance to talk to you, brother, and get in your ear about what that looks like to have that exit strategy. And we're gonna start working on this shit effective immediately. But you got to write a plan down. You can't just talk about it. We gotta have a strategy, bro. We gotta have a timeline. We gotta say, okay, this is what we need to put into place. Now I got my speaker business built out. Now guess what? Now Austin and KTR got me sending out 25 to 50 cold emails every single day. And now I got more up at bats. Now I got more confidence. Oh, I'm starting to book 5, 10, 15,000 in speaking engagements every month. I'm doing this every month. The minimum I'm making is 5 to 10,000. Now maybe that's the plan, is going to be to leave your job.
Yes.
They're in your way right now.
Yes.
And
Yes.
that's how you need to look at it. I'm dedicated to helping eliminate that obstacle. Are you up for it?
Absolutely. Yes.
Your beliefs got to be bigger, Wayne. Your activities got to be bigger. And your skill set needs to be bigger. You've grown a lot in 2022. Now it's time to take it to another level. You with me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right, Wayne. So
All
listen,
right.
brother. You got any other questions or comments? We're gonna end the call.
No, man. All I can say is I just appreciate you, and I'm gonna have some of that strategy in my hand when I see you in DC.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I can't wait, man. Can't wait. You
All
still
right.
bring Sarah with you, right?
Well, I don't know if I'm gonna bring her, man.
Okay. All right. Don't worry about it. Listen. Listen.
She's
Wayne,
gone, man. I don't go anywhere without her.
Yeah. I was about to say, listen, no, I was gonna say though, I've drugged my wife all over this world, internationally, and some places she don't want to go no more, man, because she had enough of it.
No,
Unless it's someplace
we're
new.
both looking forward to DC.
No doubt, man. All right, well, we're gonna chop it up some more. Thank you so much, Wayne. Every time you share, brother, it always helps the community. Thanks always for being there for it. So listen, everyone, I want to thank you for those who hung all the way to the end. I want to give a special shout out to all the speakers on our platform, all the specialists, all the subject matter experts, all the leading authorities, all the trusted advisors. I want to thank you for a lot of you been rocking with us for years and you've grown. A lot of you came from the one-on-one coaching program and you're still with us. We want to thank you. And we want to send a special holiday shout out. Merry, Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. Happy holiday season to you all. We feel so thankful that we get a chance to serve you and work with all of you at such a high level every single week. Keep the support tickets going. Remember, the plan for 2023, increase your level of belief, increase your level of activity, increase your level of skill. And I don't promise it to you, I guarantee you, you will start to see new heights, and you will start to experience a new kind of lifestyle that this business will reward you with as long as you put forth the effort. We are here to support you, no matter if you're doing good or bad. If you need any additional attention or support, I am here for you. If you're going through a really, really rough time in your life right now, you don't have anybody else to talk to, you send me a support ticket, you send me a text message or something, and I will talk to you, because we all are in it together. All right. On behalf of the entire staff at speakerfocus.com, thank you for making a very, very difficult 2022 campaign one to remember, one that was worth every single struggle that we had to go through. And thank you so much for being part of this experience and doing business with us and allowing us to be a part of your speaker vision. Happy 2023. Happy New Year for everybody. And thanks for being a part of this historical, not only call, but historical experience on our platform. I love each and every one of you and your families. I wish you nothing but the best. Have a safe and prosperous New Year.